Hi, I'm Sarah Laws, the founder and creator of My Handmade Wardrobe Patterns and the Sew Your Own Style programme. Sew Your Own Style was designed by me to help home sewists like you start to think like a designer. You can join the programme now over on the website for free, so hop on over after this video and sign up today. The programme officially starts on the 1st of May, so if you sign up by then, you won't miss a thing. So do go over and sign up today. As part of the programme, the first stage is to do a wardrobe audit. Now, there are several different ways to do a wardrobe audit, and it totally depends on how much time and energy you have. The more you put into this, the more you will get out of it. So it's really worth investing a good chunk of time if you have it, but we're all busy and we don't necessarily have like 8 hours to put aside to access our wardrobes. So over on the My Handmade Wardrobe Patterns website, you'll find a full wardrobe audit plan, which will be published on the 1st of May. So over on the My Handmade Wardrobe Patterns website, from the 1st of May, you can find a full wardrobe audit plan, which you can follow step by step to do a concise sort, log and assess style audit. It is a big investment in time, but it will have you set up for the future. And you'll make some really useful and important discoveries about your style and the clothes that are in your wardrobe at the moment and what you want to add to it. But here I'm going to offer you a different approach, which is more of a sort and assess approach rather than logging every single item that you already own. This is great if you already are quite aware of what you own and what you like to make, and you reassess that on a regular basis. If you're a bit more confident about your personal style already as well, this is really good for you. So this is a way of just kind of checking in with your wardrobe and making sure it's still reflecting the authentic you and making you feel the best you can. You're going to find out what gaps you want to fill as well, which is really useful for planning your future sewing mix. So over on the My Handmade Wardrobe website, in the Sew Your Own Style portal, you'll find a post which will get you ready to do your wardrobe audit. For the quick audit approach, you're going to want to start in pretty much the same way. So you're going to want to get a bag to put your donations in, a box or suitcase to put the things that you're unsure about at the moment away for a little while in, and a rail or a place that you can put all the things that you love for now before putting them back into your wardrobe. You're going to need a couple of hours of quiet time. So book yourself a pretend hair appointment or something, whatever you need to do to get the time and space in for an intimate date with your wardrobe. You're also going to want to print out the wardrobe audit log sheets. You'll find these really useful to help log every item in your wardrobe that you're going to be looking at. Like I say, with this approach, you don't necessarily need to log everything, but it's really useful to have a prompter. You're also going to find a sheet that will help you note all the singles that you'll have in your wardrobe. Now, these are items that need something to help you pair them up and make them into successful outfits for you. For me, this is the biggest learning of the whole wardrobe audit because it helps me plan makes for the future that I'm really going to enjoy wearing and that will help me wear items from my wardrobe more successfully and with more confidence and more often. Okay, so once you're armed with a bit of spare time and those resources, you're ready to do your mini wardrobe audit. So now we're going to take a deep dive into your wardrobe and find the pieces that you absolutely love. These are the pieces where all the time that you wear them, you feel good in them. And you really have to think about why you love them so much so that you can keep that in mind when shopping for new clothes, considering patterns or new fabric. So when we put something on and look in the mirror and we're like, I love myself in this, we feel authentic, we feel confident, and it shows. It's really important. We have to ask ourselves why. Is it the neckline? Is it the colour? Is it that accentuates part of our body that we love? If we're always buying or making things that we're just kind of like, oh, you know, that looks fun to make, or maybe we like them because they're nice and they work on other people, then we're only going to feel nice or okay. And it's just not enough. I want to feel good every day. So once we identify the whys, we literally need to write them down, so we're keeping them front of mind. So you'll find on the wardrobe audit, you've got a section to write down what the garment is, perhaps note down the colour, what you like about it, what you dislike, whether you're going to keep it, and then why you're going to keep it. Fixes that might be needed, and then a shopping list also, so that you can make sure that you jump on those fixes straight away. Later on in posts on the Sew Your Own Style portal, we'll talk about why it's so important to jump on those fixes before you lose momentum, because fixing garments and adding them straight back into your wardrobe can really help you grow to love them again and get longer life out of them, which is so important. So yeah, you can use the wardrobe audit log sheets if you want, or if you just want to keep a notebook at this stage or take a little video to look back on, just jot down what you feel in the moment. Try not to get too deep into it, otherwise you will run out of steam. So next are the things that we're indifferent about. So maybe you don't wear them very often, maybe they don't fit very well anymore, maybe we thought about getting rid of them, but we haven't committed to that yet. We're going to take all of those items and we're going to take pictures of them. We're going to put them in an album on our phone, and we're going to put those particular pieces out of sight and out of mind, maybe in a suitcase or a box under the bed. So now, if one day you feel like, oh, I have nothing to wear, you're going to go back through that album and you can look at those photos, and maybe you immediately think of something that you put away. Maybe you think, I do want to wear that. What was 2 weeks ago me thinking? So you can just whip out your phone, scroll through that album instead of going and digging around. It's just easier to look at them on your phone. And then when you see something that catches your eye and you're like, perhaps I do want to wear that, then you can go into your little hiding place, pull it out, put it on and wear it, and think about how it makes you feel. And if you still love it at the end of the day, put it back in your wardrobe, because you know that, okay, this is something that I actually made. And then at the end of the season, go back and look at the clothes that are in your hiding place. And whatever is still left, you probably don't really need anymore, seeing as you didn't reach for it all season. And that stuff you can decide to ultimately get rid of. As sewists, it is really hard to get rid of our me-made makes. We create a lot of attachment just simply by holding and manipulating, creating from the fabric. So if you struggle to get rid of your me-made makes, I've got a few suggestions on our website of how you might go about that, and it's something that I'll be exploring in more depth throughout the programme. So if, like me, you sometimes buy or keep hold of clothes that are not wearable for inspiration or reference, that's cool. But do you really need to keep hold of the whole garment? I keep a lot of samples, but I have to regularly keep myself in check, otherwise I get overwhelmed. Too much inspiration is totally a thing. I think they call it choice overload or decision paralysis or something. So if, like me, you have the problem of finding inspiration in everything, it's hard not to lean into hoarding tendencies. But eventually I know I do need to clear out so I can see and appreciate what I have and what I actually really like. So for these garments, take a photo or pictures of them, including close-up details, and make a list of what you love and what ideas they inspire. You then have this more manageable list to inspire you for stage 3 of the whole process, when we'll look at what gaps we have and how we want to fill them. So this next part is almost the most important part. For me, it is anyway. If there's garments you love but you don't wear because you don't have things to go with them, make a list of them. We'll call these your singles. And ready to mingle? Put them in your keeps, but in a slightly separated section so you can marry them up with your next making plans. Maybe add a post-it note to them to remind you what you need to make to go with them, to make them more wearable, or print out a picture and sketch the missing garment. You can, of course, download the free printable singles list from our website. So next we're going to look at the stuff you definitely don't need anymore. If there are clothes that you still like in this section but they're damaged, see if you can repair or update them, or even get it repaired by somebody else. No, don't ask your sewing buddy. She will not appreciate it. Go to a professional. Then you can keep wearing it, which is great because we want to wear clothes for as long as possible. But if they're really worn out, or they just aren't your style anymore, or if they just don't fit, then it's time to move on. As I said, I feel like I need to do a bit more of a deep dive into how we as sewists can let go of our me-mades, especially half-finished ones. I'm totally guilty of this. So we do need to try and let go, but we also need to avoid just dropping a giant bag of clothes into a clothing bank or a charity shop, because a lot of these clothes are going to end up going unsold and might end up in landfill. They might be shipped overseas. There's just a lot of unfortunate things that might happen to them. So if you can, give them to your close friends, organise a swaps party, give them away to your local freebie groups on Facebook, sell them on Vinted, Depop, whatever you can, but do let go of them. So once you've classified your clothing into these 3 categories, the sort out is essentially done. Let's move on to assessing our findings. So now it's assessment time. It's time to figure out what gaps we have and how we want to fill them. So grab that notebook with notes about your keeper garments and what you love about them, your list of singles ready to be paired up, and your sample notes and pictures of what you like about the sample garments. And armed with a veritable shopping list of requirements and ideas, you're ready to start designing. In week 2 of the programme, we'll start looking at how to design clothes that are truly you and what authentic you really looks and feels like. I hope you have great fun doing your wardrobe audit. Do share with me on Instagram using the hashtag SewYourOwnStyle24. I'd love to hear and see how you get on. I hope you'll join the Sew Your Own programme. You can still sign up now on the My Handmade Wardrobe Patterns website. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel too. See you soon.